Now, most of the things we see in the front page of this paper today are some callous, inhuman, and atrocious events such as banditry, terrorism, kidnapping, and the likes. Now, for instance, in the northeast, all we have there is terrorism. In the northwest, we have banditry and kidnapping. In the middle belt, we have the farmers and herders conflict. While in the south, we have the Niger Delta crisis. And the question is, where are we heading to with this? Now, in the first 6 weeks of this year, Nigeria recorded 1,525 people killed due to banditry, kidnapping, terrorism, and the likes. Now, according to the Global Terrorism Index, Nigeria recorded 1,606 killed in 125 incidents, making Nigeria to be the world's most terrorized country in 2020. Now, poverty is not left behind. According to the World Global Poverty Clock, it says that Nigeria has overtaken India as the world capital for extreme poverty, with 19 million Nigerians living in extreme poverty. Now, 53.3% of Nigerians is living at $1.9, which is even way below the international poverty line of $2 per day. Now, this is so disheartening. Now, this means that an average Nigerian cannot boast of taking home 500 naira as a daily wage per day, and this is actually so touching. Now, unemployment too has peaked from 29.5% to 33.3%. And looking at the suicide rate today, a lot of people are committing suicide. We have 800,000 Nigerians now, they commit suicide every day, which means that in every 40 seconds, an average Nigerian commits suicide. So all these things are involved. Now, looking at all these hopeless cases today, now what do we think is hopelessness in our own view?
Well, thank you very much for that. See, hopelessness is an emotion that is characterized by lack of vision, faith, hope, optimism. You see, an individual who seems hopeless often have no expectation for future improvement or success. Also, according to Dr. Tamatuna, he defined hopelessness as a belief and feeling that a difficult situation can never improve due to repeatedly witnessing the situation without seeing improvements.
Okay. Well, it's no news that Nigeria is really going through a trying process, and the least you need now is God's intervention. Now, in the situation whereby people are not being allowed to express themselves or their emotions freely, and even if they try to do that, it's not acknowledged by the authority. And if they should try to go further, it might land them into bigger problem. Take for instance what happened in the school, a college to be precise. By the time all the HND1 students of various departments resumed their academic activities, they found out and they were eventually told that they'll be paying 2.5 times their school fees. These people tried to voice out, they tried to protest, but they were threatened by the management. They even signed some undertaking letter never to protest or say anything again, and now they are currently paying their school fees alongside with all other bills. Now, when fear strikes, some people would have even left the school because of overbilling. Now, this will bring me to say that hopelessness is the despair one feels when they have abandoned hope of comfort or success.
Wow, that's really common, like that's really complicated. Now, having heard all this now, we actually now know what hopelessness means. Now, let's also look at the positive side now of what Nigeria is going through today. Now, looking at Nigeria in diaspora, Nigerian diasporas are doing marvelously well. Let's take for instance Okonjo-Iweala. Okonjo-Iweala is the Director General of World Trade Organization. Now, we also have someone like Faith Odunsi. She just won this international computer mathematics competition. Also looking at going to England now, looking at the Mafidos family. The Mafidos family are a family of 7 living in England, and they are known all over the world for their smartness and educational intelligence. So these are what today we are seeing as Nigerians. But the question now is, why are Nigerians not doing exploits in their own place, in their home? So looking at all these things now, you believe with me that in this Nigeria we are facing a lot of hopeless cases. So what are the hopeless cases you think Nigeria is facing?
Well, in Nigeria today, there are a lot of hopeless cases. There are a lot of hopeless cases. But looking at banditry and kidnapping, terrorism and all this, it's at its high peak now. Also, depression and frustration. According to WHO, an average of 17 Nigerians out of 100,000 now commit suicide every year. That is 82 Nigerians knowingly take their life every year. Why? Due to frustration and depression here in Nigeria. Also, it has been recorded that Nigeria is one of the most depressed country. You know, a lot of people felt or they feel now that Nigeria can't become great again. There is no future for Nigeria because of the situation and the challenges here and there. But I strongly believe that it's someone without vision, someone without passion and dreams that will see Nigeria as hopeless. And also these countries we are comparing ourselves to, they went to their developing stage, they went to teaching stage, and they went to all these challenges too before they can overcome. So I believe that Nigeria will surely overcome this trial stage, this temptation, these challenges that are going on up and down. So the thing is that there is actually hope for Nigeria, there's future for Nigeria.
Another one is this COVID-19 vaccine that is now imported in large mass to Nigeria and is spreading really fast to different health centers and states. So, and this vaccine is free of charge and it's only a matter of time before it gets to the population at large, before it starts being compulsory for the people. So, and I even heard that some health workers and some lecturers are already being vaccinated. Why? Because it is important for them as health workers and leaders, to lead by good example before finally imposing it on the population at large. And a friend of mine told me that he has been vaccinated. So imagine, I was shocked at what he told me. I asked him why. He said that he was processing for something in his department and they asked him that, have you been vaccinated? He said no. They said he has to go to the clinic and take the vaccine, that without that being vaccinated, he cannot do what he wants to do. So I see it as the guy was hopeless. He has to take care of his future, so he had to take the vaccine. He doesn't know how safe this vaccine is, but he just has no choice than to take it. So confronting the audacity of hopelessness is to accept change and look for a way forward. Confronting the audacity of hopelessness is planning for the future.
Wow, that's very good. Now, it's not that we all know the problem, the challenge that Nigeria is going through. Another thing is looking for the solution so that we can move forward. Now, confronting the audacity of hopelessness, to me, I would say Nigeria should invest in girls' education because over 90 million Nigerians are dropping out of school. Like students are dropping out of school, and half of which are girls. And so, education should be given particularly to the girls. Now, Nigeria too should also invest in health and well-being because health is wealth, and without health, there might not be productivity. Now, looking at banditry, terrorism, and the likes, I would say Nigeria should adopt a advanced security summit whereby we have the northern elites, politicians, political parties, and investors, so that they can come to the table, discuss insecurity in depth, and come up with a kind of realistic strategy that will help us in destroying this menace called insecurity. Now, also looking at insecurity again, I also believe that Nigerians should adopt community policing, which means that the policing of a particular community or region should be done by the indigenous people of that community, so that because they will already have the knowledge of the political geographical region and everything about that community, and so that they will come up with a strategy that is commensurate with the insecurity dynamics of that place. So now, in our own views also, what do you think can be the major things that can help in confronting the audacity of the business?
Okay, thank you very much. I would say believe in yourself. When other people say there's no hope, you tell them there is a hope. You have to see a light beyond the hopeless situation. And when the night is at its darkest, the dawn is near. Confronting the audacity of hopelessness is one which the people can stand up and fight for themselves and the community. And by fighting for themselves or by moving forward and not remaining in one place, they will be confronting the audacity of the grip of any kind of hopeless situation.
I do believe something that there's always a light after the tunnel. And also, I believe Nigeria can actually be great again. And in any challenges or situation, there's always a way out. It's never permanent. Now, on the issue of banditry, terrorism, kidnapping, I think there should be a renewed policy system. Okay. The police force they need to leverage citizen database like their in the country, like their BVN, their national ID card, their voters card to get information about them. And also they should employ this CCTV camera or CCTV operation. They can also adopt this forensics like ear, the fingerprints and the facial recognition of each citizen, so as to enhance speedy criminal recognition.
Okay.
Coming down to hopeless future for Nigeria, well, actually I grew up believing that one day it will be better for Nigeria, and interestingly I still keep that hope alive. You see, the reviving of this country begins from you and I. We should start seeing ourselves as the messiah of this country. In US, Nigeria is recorded as the most educated group in US, holding 61% of bachelor degree, compared to the 31 foreign-born population and also 32 US population. That was according to the 2017 data from Migration Policy Institute. Also, we have this person in US there that it's from Nigeria, and he's the only heart and kidney surgeon, and it's also from Nigeria. We can see that there are a lot of good things embedded involved. So we just have to make use of all these things. We should stop being hopeless about Nigeria. There's a future for Nigeria, a bright future. So we need to stand up. We need to be bold. We need to be bold. Boldness in the face of uncertainty. Now, you there, what I will have to say is for you to just rise up, then accept the good, find vision and purpose. Trust in God. We can overcome, and Nigeria will be great again.
Nigeria will be great again. Just like what David Cameron said, if the amount of money stolen from Nigeria in the last 30 years was stolen from US, then US would cease to exist. Really, Nigerians, we are strong, and I know we can stand up to this again.
Yes.
Thank you very much. This will be all for now on Real Matter Jogen TV. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.